Well, good morning, everyone. Hope you can hear me. Welcome to Marathon Mondays with Mal. I'm behind the camera this morning. I think I'm gonna just flip it here so you can see me talking to you real quick. Good morning. Hey, that's me. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Marathon Mondays with Mal. We are in Coburg and we're on the production floor. You don't want to look at my face, so I'm gonna flip it around. We're talking about paint this morning. I was gonna show you Coach 1379 this morning, custom Coach 1379. But it's on a test drive. It's on its final test drive before we take delivery, before the customers take delivery. But we're gonna talk about paint jobs. So I'm out here in the rain and I wanna show you a few things because our paint jobs are just really impressing me, and there's so many cool ones on our production floor right now that I think it's time to just, instead of being in paint, to walk the floor and show you. They start like this. There's a new shell right there. That's a double slide H. Of course, that's the Prevost protective cover right there. This guy probably just got here. See how Prevost covers that for the 3,000-mile trip all the way from Quebec? They start like this, and they start like that. And what I'm gonna show you is one of my favorite paint jobs that we've done in a very long time. But this is how they start, you guys. Very imperfect. A very imperfect Prevost H3 double slide right there. And then they end up looking like this. Now we got an overcast morning here, and I still drove in here this morning looking at this paint job and just being blown away again. Look at that bumper. Look at the colors of the bumper. It has the fade on the bumper. But I'm gonna pull out and get a nice side shot of Coach 1387. With two H3 double slide shells right next to it. Man, I can't wait to see this sled roll in the block. This is a beautiful paint job. Another thing I really like is how we worked this silver. Take a look at this silver texture. It goes from silver to darker and then back into silver. Isn't that cool? Let me give you just a good shot of all these colors real quick before we see the backside. Pardon the reflection, but take a look at that. Isn't that cool? It literally goes from that to this. Stunning paint job, you guys. And it's overcast. This coach hasn't been washed. It came out of paint. It's gonna hit the production floor at the end of this week. Man, look at that. That's one to be watching through the production floor. We're gonna go inside now, Camp Marathon. A little quiet this morning. The wash rack, also quiet. It's sprinkling and raining here a little bit at the mothership in Coburg. And you see the Marathon team is in here assembling on Coach 1380, which we're gonna go in and see if we can get into some trouble, because that's what we do. We're gonna stay out of everyone's way though, but we're gonna creep in here and look at 1380 as it gets down to the very end. Well, I'm gonna really like this, you guys, this backlit feature in here. Lots of hands working in this coach today. Very nice. A bunk coach, everybody likes a bunk coach with a facing dinette, right? Built by Oregonians. Right, Mark?
That's right.
And of course the new dash, new cockpit in the new H3. Exciting stuff to see. I'm gonna jump right below you. Thank you, appreciate that. And since we're talking paint jobs, let's get a side shot of this guy. Look at that red. For those of you who like red, this is your coach. But for those of you who like blue, we saw 87 out front. But how about 78? Look at all that blue. Morning, Alan.
Hey, Mel.
Alan Christensen doing his thing. Beautiful. Let's get a tight shot on that texturing. Very cool. I got one more, well, maybe more than one. There's the backside of 1380. I'm gonna slow it down here and show you guys. Look at the smoke at the very top. It's a cool detail. This is a cool paint job. We showed this last week. You guys remember this, Coach? 1382. A lot of hands inside 1382, as you can see. But I wanted to show you this. This right here, quad slide custom marathon, just hit the production floor, 1386. This is a cool paint job, you guys. Look at those deep reds, along with the blacks and grays of this coach. 1386 and 1387 coming to our production floor this week from the paint team. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Look at that ghosted metallic pin line in there. Very good. Now you ready for this? Hold on to your hats. For those of you who are wearing hats, get a leash. And for those of you who like the national parks, isn't that something? When this coach gets outside after production, we'll be able to see this in the light. I love the offset marathon logo over here. But getting one of the arches from the national park down in Utah, isn't that amazing? That's no sticker, people. That's called custom paint. And you see how Steve is working the forklift here. They just took the slide out of this coach. See how there's no slide and they're gonna roll that scaffolding in? It's an opportunity for us to see it. And here, right here, is the slide out. It was moved by our guys right here onto the floor, and they're gonna push this scaffolding right inside there so everything from materials and personnel can get inside the coach. And that's gonna go right up in here, inside the coach. And they're already working. See, the wire pulls are already happening in here. Coach 1386. Yeah, too cool. I like those eyebrows over the lights of the new H that we're doing. It's a real aggressive look. I think you guys will agree. Roof caps are aggressive looking, redesigned for this coach. We're gonna cross over here. Big thanks to the marathon staff on the production floor allowing me to run around. I love this gray, you guys. Look at that gray. We're gonna look at one more paint job. We're gonna look at the backside of 1384. We're doing some work, so we can't see the full thing, but this is a beautiful paint job, you guys. Beautiful paint job. And the thing about Marathon Mondays, as you know, we don't change what's going on in production just to get shots for the show. We are live on the production floor, and it's one of the most important things of that is not getting in anybody's way. So I'm gonna go to the front of the production floor and close it out for the week. We've got an amazing pre-recorded episode coming to you on Monday, a week from today. So that'll be fun. But that is a nice peek at some really awesome paint jobs that just hit us on the production floor. So be yourself and do good things. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. We had planned on bringing you custom 1379, but it's on a road test, and so we got to switch gears, right? The Marathon facility building the best built luxury RVs in the world by a bunch of Oregonians right here in Coburg, Oregon. All right, MalW, M-A-L-W at marathoncoach.com. That is my email. Reach out to me, let me know what's cracking. Have a good week. Take care of yourselves. I was here, and now I'm gone.